Yo, get in here, get in here, get in here. So basically what I learned is that we are the heirs to North America, or basically all of America. And basically we've been lied to, and everybody is in on the lie. Now I'm about to prove to you that we the heirs or the landlord to the property. Now, what can a landlord do? Evict tenants, right? Now I'm gonna prove to you that we the heirs of North America. Now we don't go to the etymology. Always go to the root of a word, American, right? 1570, originally one of the Aboriginal peoples discovered in the Western Hemisphere by Europeans. But now, in its original sense, is now Native American, right? And basically what they is residents. So you can kick Europeans out your country. And Native Americans too. Now, who is the true Americans? A Native of America originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper colored races found here by the Europeans, which are the peoples that's taking up space. Now ask yourself, is these the copper colored races or Aboriginals? No. Is these the Aboriginals or copper colored races? No. Now, if these are copper colored races found here by Europeans, the Aboriginals, yes. Copper color, the original landlords or the heirs to the property. The same complexion, copper color, look at my face, copper color. Now, if you wonder why all these tribes getting evicted from their tribal lands because they not the Aboriginals or copper color. Now, as you can see during the Smithsonian, they said the true natives of New York can never truly reclaim their homeland 400 years. And remember what I told you, that we are the 400 years of slaves, 400 years of this and 400 years of that. So basically everybody know that we are the true heirs and the true landlords, and we need to evict these name stealers, the one keep naming us to take us away from our true history.
Lake Lanier, that shit not a lake. Under it, it was a black community. Most of these lakes made the cover up evidence. Y'all swimming in graveyards, gotta be losing it. Seneca Village, a black town up in New York, where black people own all their properties. They tore it down and put up Central Park. They was hating on us the whole time, what the fuck? Cowaliga, black town in Alabama destroyed. Now it's Lake Martin, Susanna, another town under that lake. Those is black Wall Streets, we can never be great. Vanport, Oregon, another black town got flooded. Now that shit Delta Park. Where's our reparations? What the hell? These crimes need a punishment worse than jail. Warren in Baltimore, Maryland, a community that was black ran. And guess what them niggas put over it? I goddamn damn. I know it's a black town under the Hoover. I know it's a black town under Lake Mead. I know it's a black town under all these goddamn lakes. In the day, niggas stoking out breathe. Got my ancestors under the sea. Got my ancestors spirit on trees. Where the fuck is my goddamn money? Y'all paying these taxes, but what about me? Bitch, come apart too, cause I cannot lay it up. It's just too much fuckery. Get in this world back that.
Boy, get in here, get in here. Come on, gather round, gather round. So, you know these freedmen banks, right? That's located in Washington, D.C., right? So, I'm trying to figure out why none of our civil rights leaders and none of our black politicians will ever fight for our money. Come to find out, they all in it together. Signed the treaty with Washington, D.C. not to talk about our history or what Washington, D.C. owes us. Now, I thought it was one Freedmen Bank, but it turns out it was 37 banks across 17 states, right? But it was originally in New York stock market, all right? So they took our money and invested in the stock market and left us broke. But come to find out that all of our ancestors, the granddaddies and grandmamas went to war, their money was in this bank, which is still in this bank today. So now the question is you paying us reparations with our own money?
This is how and why black people were labeled as lazy. Here are 4 black towns that you will not learn about in history books. Allentown, California. Allentown, founded by Colonel Allen Allensworth, was established as a place where black Americans could govern their own businesses and government institutions. Allentown had its own school district, bakeries, drugstores, and the Allensworth Hotel. Agriculture dominated the economy as several black farmers moved into or near the township. The town did pretty well until whites were rumored to damage the water supply and ran a railroad through it. Allentown still exists, but its once prosperous wealth has been decimated. Weeksville, New York. Weeksville was founded in 1838 by a freedman named John Weeks. This area would have been the second largest community for free blacks in the pre-Civil War era. Black businesses, schools, churches, and homes for the elderly were all set up there. Today, the area is known as Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn, carrying the rich legacy of its historical significance. Blackdom, New Mexico. Mr. Francis Boyer established Blackdom, the first all-black settlement in the New Mexico Territory. Here, over 300 black families found a home. Collectively, these families owned 15,000 acres of land. The town included essential amenities such as a blacksmith shop, a post office, and schools. They also grew their own crops, fostering a strong sense of community and self-reliance. Deerfield, Colorado. Founded by Mr. Oliver Toussaint Jackson, Deerfield aimed to create a self-sustaining settlement for black Americans. This flourishing farming community thrived with 40 farms and a 140-acre town site. In 1921, Deerfield's values surpassed $750,000, boasting livestock worth over $200,000 and annual farm production of nearly $125,000. The town featured black-owned gas stations, dance halls, and schools. Black freedmen, please do not let anyone tell us that we are lazy. There is nothing that we have not done, including building our own black town.
Folks, I'm in a position to help you here. Really and truly, if you're concerned about your health, I'm in a position to help you. You see what I have in my hand here? This is soap. Pure lemon, coconut, and castile soap with all the good active ingredients in it. And it's good from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head. It's good for burning feet, itching feet, sore feet, hot feet, tired feet, athletic feet, and unusual smelling bad feet, and for eczema on your arm or on your body. Now, this has been handed down from generation to generation. And everything's been handed down from generation to generation, from decade to decade. It evidently must be good. Say, for instance, here, it's raining right now. Would one of you little ladies hand me this box? Either one of those, hand them to me. It ain't gonna bite you. There ain't no copperhead in there. Yes, pick it up. You see here, what I have here, folks, I want you to believe this. Now, you can learn something every day, providing you go to the right place to learn. You see the Indians here? You see, pick up my old medicine here, the cough syrup, with poplar bud, sweet gum bark, and wild cherry. How many men out there is 94? Raise your hand. How many men is in the 90? Raise your hand. No hand. None, not a one, go up. But folks, if you follow old nature ways, you can't go wrong. Nature ways is the best way and the surest way. Mother Nature don't get you far, the time surely will. Now, this is here from the beginning of time. Now, here's something for ulcerated stomach, folks, where you're spending a lot of money taking Tums, Rolay, Buffin, baking soda, Alka-Seltzer, trying to get you rid of the eucalyptus acid and poison into your stomach. 22 different herbs: buckthorn, sarsaparilla, wild cherry, fennel leaf, burdock, cascade, genius, your ginseng, your spignut root, your Thomas root, and all the good active ingredients in it. All you got to do is boil it, boil some water, and drop the bowl into a quart jar, and leave it setting out overnight. There go the eucalyptus acid and poison into your stomach. No more Tums, no more baking soda, no more Alka-Seltzer. And you can lay down and rest and have the sweetest dreams it ever was. Listen, folks.
Because every one of these, I'm about to show you real quick, then I'm going to hop off. I'm going to show you the reason why they hate this right here. Check this. I'm going to show y'all this, and I'm going to hop off real quick. Because everywhere those black massacres was Mississippian and related cultures. Go figure. When you do your research on it, I think I still got it, but if you want to look up her story, the Egyptian goddess Widget, it says that she is from and they live in the swamp delta. Egypt ain't got no swamps. So what swamp delta do they live in? Lower Mississippi Valley got swamps, deltas, bayous. And we already know America is the real old world. So the artifact at the bottom left, right here, the artifact in the bottom left, this is I told y'all that we resemble reptiles because we were made in the image of our creator. Enki is the serpent. So when you talk about the Garden of Eden, it was Enki and Eve. You understand me? It was Enki and Eve. Enki is a serpent. I figured it out. Enki was a serpent. So Enki was in the garden with the whole Eve thing. Okay? And they had a child, Cain. Okay? They had a child, Cain. Humans and pit vipers both have a TRPA1 protein, but use them in drastically different ways. All right? For one, stop. Medusa had pit vipers on her hair. Most nagas are either cobras, rattlesnakes, or some type of pit viper. All right? Peak game. So what is the TRPA1 gene? The TRPA1 is a gene that codes for protein known as transit receptor potential acrin, ANKYRIN, almost similar to the oncorin 1 in humans. This protein rests at the surface of the cells where it is used to detect highly reactive chemicals that could potentially damage a cell's DNA. All the ancestors of the Negroes now in the United States were the slaves of the serpent before they became slaves of the Christian white man. Today's life is a Medusa life because we haven't talked about our women and our women deities in a long time, or if ever, since we've been on this journey. And the reason why I told people that our deities is flipped, and I told y'all that in etymology, the sun is actually feminine and the moon is actually masculine. Most of your sun gods were originally sun goddesses. Allah was a lot.
Woo, get in here, get in here, get in here. This is deep. Oh, boy, this is some juicy tea today. And before I start, if you'd like to donate, I greatly appreciate it. Now, we learned about Black Wall Street, but we got to start right here. How did they get to Black Wall Street? During this Indian 1866 Oklahoma peace treaty for the Indians, which is us by contract. Now, we looking at a couple of pictures and we noticed something funny. All this was ours, right? But guess who was involved in bombing Oklahoma? U.S. Army planes and white peoples. But why did they do it? It was something that was on Oklahoma land that made black peoples get so rich. Now, in order for you to have 37 branches and one central branch bank, do you know what 37 banks is? Just only nothing but us? How did they get so rich? We had to follow the money trail. Now we looking at the pictures close up. All these cars and all these buildings is owned, even railroad tracks is owned by the freedmen. But how did they get all this money? This is how they got all the money. When we follow the money trail, they had so many minerals that they was trading with other countries, oil companies, Marshall Fields, Walmart, the U.S. government, and these people was trillionaires. Here goes some more minerals, but they was trading in gold. You see, gold, all this, man. Here goes some more minerals. Do you know how many minerals that is? This is why it was an inside job with the army and the white folks. And yes, it was a terroristic massacre. The weapons, guns, and explosives. Here goes some of the minerals right here. You see all these minerals? And that's just half of the minerals. Here go more minerals. But not only that, they had limestone. What is limestone? Limestone is what the pyramids was built out of around America. This is why so many pyramids around America. And this is Oklahoma. When they start surveying the land, they figure out that these white folks was getting money by minerals, gold, all in the bank, and we still own Oklahoma during the Indian Peace Treaty. You and I, we own these minerals today. Yes.
Aboriginal
They need
American
to
history.
know that you have to watch your back. And as they say, trust few.
Oh.
And always check the veracity of what people tell you. Because there are people who will not tell you the straight truth, you know. It was years before they finally came out with a report from the Assembly of Oklahoma that showed that we were the victims, we were not the perpetrators. But for years, they had even denied that they used airplanes. But all of us experienced and saw the airplanes. We thought they belonged to the militia, but actually they had borrowed the airplanes from...
Boy, get in here, get in here, get in here. You know, I had to do a little more research about this community that got tore down in Central Park. But wait till what I have to show you. As you can see, the Egyptian obelisk was there way before they tore down the all-black town. Was in 1880, Alexander, Egypt, right? Central Park, New York. Not only that, we tried to hold on to our heritage in the 1970s, where black families built Egyptian obelisks out of trees in their front yard. Yep, the 1970s. Where's the Native Americans and the Europeans?